Summit Open Space promises new single track linking Silverthorne to Wilderness. Phil Lindeman, Krystal, 93 News. First,
I just noticed some smoke early and said, that looks really close. And about 30 seconds later, my wife called me and told me there was a mandatory evacuation. So I started throwing things in the car.
That was Mike from Wilderness. Soon after a wildfire at the base of Buffalo Mountain forced 1,600 people to evacuate 1 year ago today. The Buffalo fire scorched 91 acres within 30 feet of homes on June 12, 2018, threatening billions of dollars in property. And those stakes were very real for Mike and his neighbor, Sherry, of the Salt Lick area.
I'm just communicating with my husband, who's up at Salt Lick, and letting him know where I'm at, and no idea when I'll get to drive back out.
Officials say the Buffalo fire was human-caused, but that investigation remains open, and there have been no arrests. Bill Jackson with Dillon Ranger District.
Ignition source for that has not been determined yet, and sometimes it's hard to pinpoint an exact ignition source if there's a lack of clues or a lack of physical evidence left behind or witnesses.
Fire danger today, 1 year later, is low compared to high bordering on extreme this time last year. But local fire districts and the Forest Service are prepared, including a new 6-person ground crew funded almost completely by Measure 1A, the voter-approved tax measure from November.
We're always at that stage of readiness. Despite predictive services reports and forecast, our staff, our fire crews, they're always trained up, they're always ready.
Proof of fire danger came yesterday when firefighters squelched a small blaze 1 mile up Montezuma Road. The Summit Daily reports Summit Fire and EMS responded to Forest Service land around 4:30 p.m. and soon discovered a ground fire burning about 5 feet by 20 feet. It was quickly extinguished. No one was injured. Cause remains unknown. One wildfire is burning in Colorado today, the Reveille Fire southwest of Pueblo on 75 acres in the San Isabel National Forest. That fire was reported on June 3rd and continues burning slowly in a remote part of the forest. No structures are threatened and no one has been evacuated. It was caused by lightning. Summit County has grand plans for a trail network linking Silverthorne to Frisco, and this summer, they open work on the first stretch of new single track. County officials confirmed they are building a new 1.5-mile trail from southwest Silverthorne to the Salt Lick trailhead at the base of Wilderness. It weaves uphill at the foot of the Gore Range before crossing Buffalo Mountain Drive en route to Salt Lick. It comes with 700 feet of elevation gain. No word on timeline for completion. King Soopers and City Market locations across the nation have recalled Kroger brand frozen berries for fear of Hepatitis A contamination. The berries are labeled Private Selection Frozen Blackberries and Frozen Triple Berry Medley in 16 and 48-ounce packages. The AP reports no illnesses. Kroger pulled those products from shelves late last week and asks consumers to toss any remaining berries. In sports, the Rockies beat the Cubs last night 10-3. Today, the Rockies closed their Cubs series at 110, and it's winner takes all at Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Bruins face the Blues tonight at 6 p.m. on NBC. And in local sports, brought to you by Wilderness Sports in Dillon. The Summit Trail Running Series opens today at the Mountain Thunder 4K and 7K in Breck. All ages leave the start line at 6 p.m. Also today is race 2 of the Vail Summer Mountain Bike Series in Fort Eagle Ranch above Wolcott. On-site registration opens 4 p.m. with kids racing at 4:45, adults at 5:45. Phil Lindeman, Krystal, 93 News.